Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? Today, we're going to talk about a particular card, because Boon-Bringer Valkyrie has kind of gotten the attention of a few folks, and we don't really have a deck on where to put it. And I thought, well, it puts backup counters, so why don't we see if this gives a boost to the Selesnya +1/+1 counters deck. So let's go see what else we're playing alongside this card. Right, don't forget, if y'all want to save some money when you're shopping for any of your nerd stuff, any board games, any Magic, check out our friends over at CoolStuffInc.com. Use code DRAGON at checkout and it'll save you 5%. So you get to save some money and you get to support the channel. Alright, let's hop in and talk about the cards we're going to be playing today. Pretty much everything's going to need to care about +1/+1 counters, so we're going to go pretty quick as you've seen most of these before. But today, Boon-Bringer Valkyrie is the reason we were going to try today's deck list. It's a 5 mana 4/4, so a little bit pricey. It has Flying, First Strike, and Lifelink, which is awesome. And it has Backup 1, which means you can give this to something else for a turn, but more importantly, you're putting a +1/+1 counter on something. We get to play Hopeful Initiate because this just gets bigger every time you attack with something with counters, obviously. And then we have Iron Apprentice, which is also very good because if it dies, we get to just move those counters to something else, and that usually results in bonus counters. Then we have Dusk Legion Duelist because we put counters on this, we get cards. We like that part. We're going to try Gaia's Gift as our defensive spell because it does put a +1/+1. Still might be better to play Tyvar Stand. Don't know yet. Then we've got 4 Ozolith because it's going to give us bonus counters. And Quirion Beastcaller because it just gets counters with us playing like 30 creatures in this deck. Which goes alongside Botanical Brawler because every time something else gets a counter, this gets a counter. Siege Veteran because it just is putting +1/+1 counters every turn. And then Bloated Contaminator that doesn't put counters, but if it connects, then it pumps everything up, which is super good. And then another backup spell we're going to get to play today is Doomscar Warrior, because you put this on something and gets a +1/+1 and gains Trample. And this is important because sometimes you get like a big Beast Caller or a really big Duelist and it just can't punch through. Well, this is going to give us another option to do that with. And then we're also going to play Elspeth Resplendent. This actually gives us the option to get Flying, First Strike, Vigilance, gives us a lot of options, and it can help us out late game if a sweeper goes off to be able to start rebuilding our board. And randomly, we could just get a bunch of Angels because we're able to just put extra counters on this with something like Bloated Contaminator, which is awesome. And we're going to try a copy of Clay Champion, though I think Clay Champion could actually also be another Elspeth or a Boon-Bringer or maybe even another Veteran. So we'll see what we feel like by the end of the video. But y'all know the drill. Deck list will be at the end of the video. If you want to see it, it'll be in the timestamps, or you can just go down and download it in the description below. You just got to look for the blue arrows. It'll take you to our Moxfield page where you can see today's deck list and like 120 other deck lists we have up. But let's go see if Boon-Bringer Valkyrie can actually pull her weight. Alright, let's keep it. I think we just lead with one of these guys. Alright, into Brawler. Back for 1. Okay, I guess we're going to lose a lot of things incoming. Though, we could save this to protect something. Man, because if they go into Ossification into something, that's going to suck. Man, just missing a land. I wanted to be able to play this with something. Would have been huge, but just don't have it. It's unfortunate. I mean, we kind of just have to hope they don't have it here. That's all we can do. Alright, they didn't have it, so that's the good news. Wow, deck, really? I mean, sure, I guess. This is a hell of a way to try to win. I mean, they got a block. Yeah. Ugly one, but I'll take it. You know what? I'm going to keep this just as a what-if type scenario. I mean, we're trying to race against mono blue, if that's what this is. So let's just see what's up. Are you for real going to Fading Hope my little duder? They thought about it. Because I don't have anything else other than that that's not the draw a card thing in Scry. So, sure. We're just going to attack. Alright, we give them a chance to counter this, because we know they have counters. Yep. You got it. Now they're going digging. So that was what I was thinking last time. that they could have had. Our problem now is we're drawing lands and not spells, and that's not good. Alright. I'm going to... I should have done this pre-combat, but... I was thinking I might try to just cast Ozolith post-combat. But then I changed my mind at the last minute. I should have played this first. Even if it gets countered, I still should have tried to play this first. Because I'm probably going to end up playing Ozolith and just leaving mana up for Gaia's Gift the next turn. Nope, here comes that Fading Hope. No, it's an Impulse. Oh, so they didn't even... Weird. Oh, well, I missed a point of damage there, which is future points as well. I just... Huh. I don't know why. I was just thinking if a counter was coming, I was kind of okay giving up the Siege Veteran, but it just didn't happen like that. That's so weird. Never know, I guess. Stranger things, huh? Alright, I guess I'm just going to attack for one. Try to score this. I'm leaving mana up for Gaia's Gift. I don't really know why. But I guess they could have another Fading Hope. Have a negate. Oh, this could be like Dissipate or something too. Oh no, it's just a Thirst. Okay. Well, if you're gonna Thirst, then I guess I might go ahead and put counters on the Apprentice. Man, I've played this so junky playing around stuff that just ended up not being a thing. Like... Should have just stuck to the initial game plan. Like, opponents' draws were just not great here, and it just didn't even matter. Ooh, I really want to play that. Let me tell you. Alright, I'm going to attack. We'll try. I mean, I'd love for them to waste spells on this stuff. Yeah, exactly. Rather that be a thing. Unfortunately, that's not a thing that could stop a creature. I would have rather them use that type of spell there. Alright. Guess what? I'm not blocking. Even though they're probably just going to play another Terror. Actually, we know they have the things that let them untap, right? Oh, no, they don't. They just play... Well, we've seen Slip Out the Back. That doesn't mean they don't have the other thing. I'm gonna go with this guy. Sure. And then I'll go with this guy. Assuming this is also getting countered. Gonna make disappear. Sure. Attacking. Impulse. This is where they go find their game winner, right? I was gonna say, oh, it's Terror. I was gonna say, if it wasn't Haughty Djinn, I was gonna be kind of surprised. I'm still surprised. Oh, hold up. This puts 2 counters. That gets to be 4. Not quite enough here. Let's do this. Put counters here. Put another counter there. No attacks. All right, did we find a way to slowly turn this around? I played this game terrible, too. Like, I don't even deserve to win this one. Like, I goofed this up 3 different ways. Ooh, that's good, too, but not what we're looking for right here. I think we're going to put a counter here. We're going to put a counter here. And then we're going to get in for 8. All right, so we go back to 18, and I think that's going to help solve our problem. Yep. Yeah, I'm sorry y'all had to sit through that, because that game, I just played it every which way wrong. I second-guessed myself, and like this just... I mean, they had the counters, they just had them at different times than I expected them to have them. It just played out weird, but ended up working out, and we won anyway, so, you know, you got to take the wins where you get them. We're keeping this. This is a solid hand. Playing against these boots. We're going to find out if these boots are made for walking or trampling or whatever. Alright, we dodged a cut down. At least for a minute. Don't know how long that's going to last, but, you know, take what we can get sometimes. Now, here's an interesting thing. Because I don't necessarily have a way to put counters on this unless I go with Veteran next turn, I'm probably just going to play Duelist first so I can play Beastcaller plus Apprentice the following turn, knowing that I'm going to lose Duelist here most likely. And then they probably just play like Werewolf next turn, but that's okay. Yep. We know what we're getting into. Told ya. Which is good, because that clears the way for us at least a little bit. Alright, that's not bad. Let me get this down. No attacks. Now, Beastcaller can still die, put one counter on the Apprentice. Hopefully we find a green land, and that opens up some things. Liliana, huh? Who has to die? I guess it has to be you. Put a counter... This is interesting, because I put the counter on the Initiate. I didn't get to attack with everything if I... Yeah, alright. Let's see what else they got. Yeah, I'm not blocking. Congratulations. All you, friend. Not sure what that attack was supposed to mean, but probably not what they thought it was going to mean. You know, I'm going to go with this. We're just going to try to maximize our value here. Then this here, this here. Alright. And if we can ever find a fourth land, we could do some things. Well, we need one of the land we find to be green here, actually. Or else it doesn't do much of anything. Then we have to make a decision. Is it worth it to just keep Gaia's Gift up or to just play Ozolith? Alright, so when to kill the veteran, makes sense. Yeah, we're still not blocking because we can't, but opponent's very aggressively attacking here, which is a mild concern. I'm not going to lie. Let's go with this. And then we're going to put a bunch of counters on things. And attack. Alright, so now we just have gigantic creatures. And we have defense back up for next turn. So I'm not sure what their plan is here. Yeah, I'll sack this. Put counters here. I guess I get to split them up. There's a lot. 3 and 1? I don't know, sure. I mean, it's just an even bigger creature, so I don't know. Good game. Yeah, in case y'all wondering how they grew like that, it's we split up the counters from the Beastcaller, but then we got an extra one from the Ozolith, and then Botanical Brawler got an additional counter because we put one on the Initiate that turn, but then that counted as an additional one as well because we put another counter on it. So that was ramped up real quick the way that worked out for us. Ew. Let's keep it. With this start, this is really bad. Yep, I think this one's just going to be a loss. Like, knowing that this is the enchantment deck and we don't have anything in hand to do anything that matters, we're in trouble. Yeah, I mean, I guess we just do this. I'm kind of looking and going like, what's the best case scenario? If we don't have anything else, play Duelist next turn. Maybe get to play a Doomscar Warrior, put counters on it. Like, I don't know. Yeah, now we're in extra trouble. I mean, the only thing we can hope is they're not playing a bunch of, like, removal. But I can't imagine that's the case. Alright. Kind of all we can do. Might as well attack. Like, it's as good as anything. It's not great, but I mean, maybe there's a world where we draw one of the botanical brawlers and we can play Ozolith, play Brawler, put... Oh yeah, that's probably going to be the beginning of the end. Yep. Might as well get in there. We go down to 7. All right. These do not help us, sadly. I mean, I guess I say they don't help us. I mean, we could do this. Just put counters on things for sport, I guess. No attacks. Can't really afford to. Because if they would have had one more exile thing, we'd have just died on sight. Alright, well, they get to go find an ossification, I bet. And they did not take ossification, but it doesn't mean they don't have like another borrowed time or something here. Alright, naturalist. Yeah. That's a thing. We just double block, I guess. Because if we don't double block, I don't think we can win next turn. That's just not... I mean, we die next turn. And we would leave them too many options to where we could just get got. So we don't want that. Okay. Sort of have an option for the Ozolith if we wanted to. Don't think we can, though. I think the play is just Contaminator, Apprentice. And even then, we're just hoping they can't exile a pile of things. Alright. I mean, I guess we attack. We're losing a bunch of different ways. They could draw a billion cards here that could get us dead. Yep. We just have to hope it's not an exile spell. Our hand was just too slow for this fight. They got it. I don't think we can win. I mean, there's some corner case maybe where Elspeth could let us gain some life, but I don't think that'd be enough. Alright, Hallowed Haunting's annoying, but not the scariest thing that could have been. Assuming they're copying the Hallowed Haunting here. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, so we still have somewhat of a shot here. They're going to gain a bunch of life. We'll put this on the Trampler. Ugh. Ugh. Now what? Dang it. So we can put this... I mean, I guess this is what we got to do? Try to gain life? I mean, if we give it Vigilance, we can't win if they have an enchantment, right? Because we block, those become 3s, possibly 4s. And then we just die anyway. Yeah, it has to be lifelink, and I think we're still dead. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Like, I don't think we have a choice. It's just, our hand was so bad. Oh, that actually helps us. By them losing a creature there. Yeah. So, that went way better than anticipated. I'm just checking if there's anything else we want to put things on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, alright. Cool. Oh, I wanted... Did it not? I thought it was highlighted. Oh! Dang it. I thought that was highlighted, so they wouldn't get the other bonus. I swear it looked like it was highlighted when I did it. That sucks. That is super unfortunate, because they wouldn't have an attack here and be gaining all this life, unfortunately. Dang it. That hurts. That hurts a lot, actually. Not gonna lie. That is real tough for us. And another Weaver. Yeah. Dang it. That's super brutal. Beyond belief. That changed this whole game, actually. I think I'm going to lose because of that. I mean, we create a bunch of angels, I guess. Actually, we can attack first. Deal 14 minus Elspeth, so we keep her. So I don't think 2 points makes that much of a difference here. Though the life gain could, right? Because that's... We make 5 3/3s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could survive. Even if we go to 27, though, or 28, we take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, possibly 21, 22 if they draw an enchantment. We're still close to dead. I think I'm going to take my chances. All right. Well, now I don't want... See, this looked like it was highlighted. I guess it didn't have orange around it. I just saw the glow and thought it was highlighted, I think was the issue there. That sucks. Man, that just changes everything. Oh. Just the complexion of the game is so different now. Alright, end the turn. I mean, they still have to draw something here. So we're not dead. But we are in we at least gained a bunch of life. Oh, that permanently keeps lifelink. What was I thinking? Then yeah, we're not even close to dead then. I was thinking I had to get the damage or the lifelink. Yeah, another Weaver doesn't get us dead, so that's good. We can survive that. Now they could, I was gonna say, copy, and then that gives them a bunch of flyers that are like 5/5s or whatever. Alright. Are we dead? That's the question. Because all I have to do is block enough to not die from 27. That's the only thing attacking. Let me go ahead and cycle this first. Okay, that's a bit of news, because now we get a first striking, life-linking flyer. And also if we can kill enough spirits. Dang. Do I need Elspeth here? we can give this vigilance, but I don't know if that matters next turn. And their stuff's too big. Yeah, we'll just block it. It does get one more spirit out of the way. So that's something. And reduces an enchantment for the Portrait of Machiko and all that stuff. Really wish that was something else, though. Oh, boy. Alright. What are we looking to do here? We get flying, first strike to go with our lifelink. This is going to be 18. We could make it more if we wanted to. Oh, wait. The opponent doesn't have flyers anymore. Because we killed Justin. I thought they had one more still. Oh, so sick. Excellent. Yep, that'll do it. Yeah, for some reason, I was thinking they had... Is it not at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Oh, so that was the 7th enchantment. For some reason, I was thinking they had one more. And I was like, okay, well, I need to give this vigilance so I can attack. And I was thinking about, I was going to put a first strike counter on it, but this already gives it first strike. So then just give it vigilance so I could attack, gain a bunch of life, then block, and then just see what happens. But then once I realized, like, wait, their stuff lost flying. That was a terrible attack for them. So now I can just get in and it didn't even matter. But I guess ultimately, it didn't really matter anyway, because they would have had to have blocked some number of things that we would have killed. So it would have put them in the same situation, and they would have had to draw an enchantment again to pump these back up. And then we had already been at whatever that would have been, like 50 life or whatever. So, yeah. Way to go, Angel and Elspeth, I guess. I feel like we didn't have any right winning that game. I felt like the opponent's draw was very medium to bad, and we had a bad start, but I'll take it. That was weird. Okay. This is like all of our non-creature spells, except for Elspeth, I think. So we're going to mulligan this. We will keep this. And get rid of a land? Man, this is a rough 2 hands. Ugh, and against mono red. Not great. Can we find a 1-mana thing, deck? Force them to use some removal. Nope. Deck says, F your decisions. Alright. I think we're just going to lose this, right? If we don't have anything early to play here, like, I don't think we have any way to win. Unless they just have... They're lacking removal seriously somehow. I think our play is just play this. Knowing it's going to die, but I'm kind of hoping we draw one of our 1-mana things behind this. If we get lucky and can draw an Apprentice, that would be perfect. I doubt we will, but, you know, here's hoping. Okay, they're down to 1 card. If we could also find a veteran, and the veteran could just put counters on itself, that would be cool. I would not be upset at that. I mean, I'm surprised we're still at this much life here, so... Or if we could find land off the top to be able to play the Boon-Bringer, that would be awesome. So yeah, let's go with this. Fortunately, we didn't draw any pain lands, so that's helping out a little bit. Alright, Doomscar Warrior... You're legit if we could find a land. Any untapped land here is all we want. Back-to-back lands would be even better. I mean, obviously, that's going to die. I was going to say, like, why wouldn't that die? That was about to be terrible if it didn't. I mean, I have to block and trade, or else I'm just going to lose the initiate anyway, so it just doesn't matter. Alright. Come on, deck. We need a land. Ugh. Maybe they'll draw a land then. Nope, they didn't. And it looks like our brawler's dead. No, they're not. They don't have something there. Okay, we're at 5. What is that about? Oh, you're kidding. Yep. Dang it. Never had an opportunity, y'all. Just didn't get to play our hand. Yeah. And we're too far away from playing the angel, so we're just gonna die anyway in 2 turns. That's rough. I don't even have to know what their last card is. Shoot us and put us out of our misery. Ugh. That's just too much too late. Alright. That's a tough one. Hand was decent, didn't get to play it, though. Oh, dang. Alright, we'll keep it. I'm going to be real sad if I draw an untapped land here. Well, an untapped green land. If it was an untapped white land, it wouldn't have necessarily done much. Yep, I got nothing for you, opponent. Okay, so it didn't matter anyway. Because had it been anything else... I mean, we still would have just had the Hopeful Initiate this turn, so... 'Tis fine, I suppose. Alright. Let's see what we can do. I mean, something's obviously... Oh, nothing's gonna die. What? Oh, you love to see it. That's a random situation. Oh, that's why it's not mono black. Well, maybe now I don't want to overcommit to the board. That is highly unfortunate. I guess we have to hold on to our hand here, sadly. Alright. They didn't block, so I'm going to assume a removal card is not coming. But I still need 3 mana for that. Alright, let's play this. I should have done that pre-combat, obviously. But I was assuming they were going to block, and then turns out they didn't, so. Rough one. Alright, Ossification. What are you targeting? Probably the Brawler, since that tramples. Alright, let's remove counters from the Brawler, then. Target that. Might as well get some value out of it on the way out. Oh, and they had another one? Oh, they had rights. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. That does do that. Yeah, we get to put a +1/+1 on 2 things. Attack for 3/6. Yeah, alright. X is 0. Oh, no, because we get to put 2 counters. Never mind. Yep, that's it. Because I was paying all white mana. Totally forgot. Okay, we're going to keep it. And I think the plan here is just Beast Caller into a Beast Caller. Hope that's good enough. Usually don't like seeing that. When they go that way, that usually means there's going to be ossifications and such in our future. We don't like that when we're trying to grow big bodies over here. Yep, that's exactly what's about to happen. Okay. Maybe we can find one of our 1-mana duders here. We did not. That is very sad. Alright, I guess we'll just play another one. Good news is they didn't advance their board state. They're just removing our things here, so it's unfortunate, but not awful. Alright. And another ossification? No, a Skrelv. Did not expect to see that. And a commune. Alright, what are we getting? Good news is we don't have anything that targets, so we're not really worried about Skrelv all that much. And we do have green creatures and white creatures, so we can mostly not worry about it letting something through for free. Opponent has 3 unknown cards and an Audacity, so that's good to know. Oh, this gets very interesting all of a sudden. Well, I was just going to Ozolith into a Dusk Legion Duelist, but now we might just Brawler into Duelist, play Ozolith next turn. If we Ozolith this turn, then this gets to be a 4. Then we play this and it's a 3. And then we could put counters on top. I mean, I guess that's fine. Alright, let's do that. And then we'll attack. Alright. We're going to get hit probably with the giant Generous Visitor here. They can exile something and still play Audacity, if they have it. But hopefully, they're more worried about our Beast Caller than anything. Ooh, okay. We'd like to draw another creature, a 1 or 2 mana thing this turn, so we don't get double abilitied by the Weaver. Alright. I mean, we're just taking 5 here. There's whatever. They can stave and block, though, which they might. But we're obviously not blocking if they attack. Though they might save and block because then they get an extra card and they have something to possibly use with the Weaver. I don't know what their hand is with the remaining cards, but yeah, we're just going to take it. Because why do anything else here? Ooh, Brawler. I will take that. That is acceptable. That is more than fine. I'm even going to attack with the Dusk Legion Duelist here because they block with the Weaver. That benefits us, so sure. Like, I'm fine with that. I will accept that trade. Alright. This at least feels a little bit better. I mean, I assume if they can remove stuff, they're still going to remove 2 Botanical Brawlers here. Alright, Machiko's Reign of Truth. That's a lot. And they can give stuff protection from white. So they might kill us here. Because that's a +1, 2, 3. And then another 3. No, that's 5. So they get 16. Yeah, we're dead. Because they have the ossification. Oh, pff, they had that. Alright, well cool. GG's. You win, opponent. All right, let's keep it. Our land draws feel like they've been weird today. I mean, hopefully this still works out, but we managed to get a third one at least. All right. Well, I guess for better or worse, we're just going to play a Dusk Legion Duelist. I was going to say, they could put a counter on this, right? If they wanted to. Yeah, they could have put one Blast Zone counter. Oh, what even is this? Like, truly, no joke. I don't even know what deck wants to be doing what they're doing. Alright, no attacks. I mean, we've put no pressure on them, so they've got all day to do whatever they want to do right now. Yeah, that's you, buddy. I guess we block this. I mean, we can't let them just make infinite, you know, Urbrass Forge and all that. That's silly. Interesting. They're letting us keep the Siege Veteran. Huh. Alright, that's something I wasn't anticipating. Let's go with this. And this. Alright, an opponent scoops. Ooh, we have to mulligan this. We can't not play a creature on 1 and 2. That's not a winning situation for us. Keep this. I'm gonna get rid of Doomscar Warrior. You know what? Alright. Let's just play this. If we don't get an untapped land, we can at least play the Iron Apprentice. It's not great, but it's something, you know? Go to attack. Play this. Alright. It's not a great start. Not a great start, and we don't have a third land right now. But we'll just have to try to do what we can do. Alright, we will discard, I guess a Beast Caller. Play this dude, put a counter here, get our attacks on. Hope you don't sweep our board because we have a bunch of 2/2s. I mean, we do know that there's Wandering Emperors, so we can see those. Alright, we'll do this, at least try to hope to get a card. They could still kill this. We just get a 1/1 for our troubles, but we won't get a card. And then they could still flash in a Wandering Emperor and get rid of something. I mean, they might just Sunfall next turn, truthfully. Alright, so they're letting us get the card. Which was not great. I mean, I guess we just attack with these. I mean, flash in a Wandering Emperor, make a 2/2. I assume is the game plan here. I mean, they could just exile the Initiate, too. Yeah, that makes sense. Because blocking the Apprentice lets me move 2 counters to something else. Yep. Alright. And we're just going to GG's it up and move on. Ooh. Alright. We're going to... Y'all, you're supposed to mulligan this hand, but I'm going to keep it. I mean, because I only have one real spell here after that, and that's the Gaia's Gift, which doesn't do a ton for us. Good news is we found mana? I mean, I guess I could have saved to see if they attack into our dude, and then we save our thing with Gaia's Gift, but... Oh, they're not even attacking us. That doesn't make us feel great. Alright, well, we'll just... No attacks in the turn. Nothing else going on here. Inspiring Overseer. Okay, that helps a little. Kind of. Oh, Beast Caller, huh? Are you good enough? Trying to think of a scenario where, like, we can actually play Doomscar Warrior and have it not die, but I don't know that that exists, so I'm just going to do this anyway. And then I get to see one card, you know? Assuming they block here to trade. I mean, there's a chance they won't, but probably block. Okay, that makes sense. Something good? Alright, sure. That could have been much worse. Now, like I said, I'm assuming Doomscar Warrior dies here, because they've not played any removal. So, I'm at least going to lead with this. Assuming Wandering Emperor is going to try to come down and stop a Doomscar Warrior. And then we'll get to put a counter on our Botanical Brawler as well. And that's exactly what happened.
Run away.
And then we're going to get to look at 7 cards. Alright. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Ooh. Okay, we're going to keep, and we just got to draw land. I don't know what's going on today, but we just got to get there. No clue if any of this is going to matter, but gonna try our best. And this probably dies. Oh, it didn't die. I was gonna say it probably dies to a bunch of things right now. Okay, let's try. Oh, that worked? Huh. Well, that's a pleasant surprise. Definitely didn't see that coming. Alright. Try this. Okay, that'll get stopped, right? There you go. That makes more sense. Okay, opponent's at 9. I'm assuming this is where the board gets swept. Or at least a Wandering Emperor shows up. No, not even. Okay. Ooh. Dang it. Alright, let's keep it. I think I'm just going to play a turn 2 Beast Caller and hope to, like, Brawler Apprentice, something like that. Ah, and I did draw the untap. I hate when that happens, but you never know, so... Still got to make the correct calls. Why was there a pause there? And they didn't use something. What did they not use? I have questions. Let's try this. Assuming the Bloated Contaminator will get countered here. Yep. Get in for 3. Half hoping I draw a land, so after they sweep the board, we could play Elspeth. If that's what they're up to. They're choosing not to cast something right now. I don't know what something is, but I don't like it. Brawler also gets countered. Yep. Okay. We unfortunately did not draw those lands we were hoping for, so kind of like the bad part of things. I mean, then that means there's a Wandering Emperor or a Sunfall. Let's see it. Yep.
I'm not overconfident.
Sounds great.
We must protect the people.
Man, we needed land so badly here. All right, you got another one.
Watch for it.
All right, well, that's not a good sign. Because that means there's probably another one. All right. Well, if they have another one, we're just attacking them anyway. We're just going to ignore their other one because attacking there wouldn't do anything. It'd just get replaced. And what? What is knockout blow? What is this thing? Deal 4 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. Okay, sure. That's a magic card. Like, I mean, if you got it, you got it. Like, what am I gonna do about that thing? Like, honestly, I'm more impressed than anything.
Strike fast and strike hard.
And the land comes into play tapped. Of course it does. Alright. Okay. Alright, now they may still just minus Wandering Emperor to get rid of our Beast Caller here. Which would be very real. Alright. Good news, bad news. I mean, I guess good news is we have this.
If a fight's coming, I'll be on the I've made plans.
I guess we gotta go veteran. Alright.
Show them how we greet our enemies.
I mean, we do remove the shield and then they can do something, so. They do, they do. Nothing we can do about it. Oh, they're gonna remove our shield first? Nope. Well, maybe. Nope. Alright. That oddly worked out. What's this other silly thing cost again? Oh, they exiled it. This. Cast if the target's red. It costs 3 and then deal 4 to a thing and you gain 2 life. Alright, so it can deal 4 to this silly thing. Alright, let's +1 and give this vigilance.
Be brave.
I said that with all the confidence of none at all. And then put a counter here. Go to attack, put the counter here. Let this attack here. Alright.
I'll be back.
In the turn. Not gonna run another creature out in case they just have like Sunfall here or some such. Or at least now kinda sorta making our creatures immune to Wandering Emperors.
Let's do this together.
Go Vigilance. What do you got? Memory Deluge. Alright, well, we will not be holding on to these creatures very long. Because I'm assuming whatever they get's going to involve a sweeper of some kind. Alright. We're down to 5. That's the good news, I suppose. If there is a good news component to this. And they have to deal with 2 creatures, and none of them can get got by a Wandering Emperor here, so... Alright, that's a thing. We go minus. Oh, gross. Well, that is what it is, I guess. That's pretty terrible. We didn't even get a chance to get out of jail free on that one. So you can swing in and kill Elspeth. Let's see. Opponent's at 11. We've got 8. We can pump. Put a counter on that. So that'd be 5. This would be 6. That's 11. We're just worth it. Just let Elspeth die here. Because if they had something like a... what's that thing called?
Fall back.
Like Iganjo or whatever. Would have ended very, very poorly for us. So... here's what we can do. I mean, if they have a Wandering Emperor, we're just dead, right? Let's just play as though they don't have it. Oh, they're going to Memory Deluge? That's even better. Yeah, because we activate this, turn this into a 5. And then... that turns the Botanical Brawler into a 7. And then we attack, and the Initiate becomes 7. Oh, yeah! Man, I'm sorry, y'all. I celebrated like I just won the damn Super Bowl or something. I don't know what that was. But you get a win when your opponent's doing this mess. Like Farewell and Twilight whatever and Wandering Emperors and this silliness. Like, you gotta feel good about that when you're playing a creature deck. Yeah, so a couple of things to note about the deck. While I liked Gaia's Gift, and it did help us once or twice, I don't know if we need to keep it as Gaia's Gift. It might just be just as good letting it be a Tyvar Stand. Because I think Tyvar Stand is a real thing to just be 1 green mana. And because there's a lot of times you have like 4 or 5 lands and you're playing like an off number of things, or you want to activate something, and you know, I like the Ozolith. Having 4 is a little tough, but it does cycle, so that was fine. But I think the real issue for me was when we got to the 4 mana things. Like, it just felt like for whatever reason, we got stuck on mana a bit today, which was a little tough. But, I mean, we're playing 24 lands, and our curve is super low. We have 18 things at 2 and 6 at 1. So, it's one of those things, if it just gets you, it gets you. You know, it just doesn't feel great. I almost don't know if we needed Clay Champion. This is one that I think, I mean, I'm only playing 1. I did like it in some other lists I played. I think I won 1 time today because of the Clay Champion. But I almost feel like could it be better off if we just played another Siege Veteran. Another thing we could play on 3. Just something to make the opponent have to counter another spell. Or maybe even just play another Bloated Contaminator, right? Just another big body that tramples, I think could be a big thing. But either one of those, I think, might be better than a Clay Champion. And while I do like getting the +1/+1 counter from Gaia's Gift, I would kind of be okay if these were just Tyvar Stands. So the list we did play was 4 Hopeful Initiate, 2 Iron Apprentice, 3 Dusk Legion Duelist. However, I may make these 3 Gaia's Gifts into Tyvar Stand by the time you see the final list. 4 Ozolith, 4 Quirion Beastcaller, 4 Botanical Brawler, 2 Siege Veteran, 3 Bloated Contaminator, 2 Doomscar Warrior, 2 Boon-Bringer Valkyrie, 2 Elspeth Resplendent, 1 Clay Champion, which I think the Clay Champion is likely going to become either a Contaminator or a Veteran. And then that leaves us with lands with just Iganjo, 4 Plains, 1 Boseiju, 6 Forest, 4 each of Brushland, Overgrown Farmland, and Razor Verge Thicket. Yeah, so this is a little bit of a tough one because while the Boon-Bringer Valkyrie did work and was actually pretty good when we got it, I don't know if we need to be playing that and Elspeth's. And I think that's the tough part, right? Because Elspeth kind of does that, just doesn't give us a 4/4 body. But Elspeth does stick around like we saw maybe in that last game, where we actually have something to do after a sweeper happens, right? And that's actually pretty big, and it's repeatable. So, don't know. I like the idea of the Boon-Bringer Valkyrie. Trust me, I really want it to be a thing. The fact that it's flying, it's got First Strike, it's got Lifelink, it's got a lot of words we like. And if you get one out against mono red, it's usually pretty good. So I don't hate that. I just don't know if it's good enough to make the final cut. Like, could that be another Elspeth? Could that just be more cheap creatures where we're talking about more veterans, more bloated contaminators? And would the deck just be more consistent, right? That's the other thing we have to ask ourselves. Because we could cut both of those, play one more Elspeth and one more something else, and get almost roughly the same results. So I think that's the tough part of things like this, where sometimes people say, why aren't you playing this card? And it's like, well, there's other cards that just do kind of the same thing, sometimes better, or help with more situations. Because if you think about it, in a lot of ways, there are times where when you would get the Boon-Bringer Valkyrie, that you're probably just already winning anyway. But then there's also scenarios that when you get it, Elspeth would be almost equally as good or close to it. Now, I will say, against one of those enchantment decks, the Boon-Bringer Valkyrie was particularly good because we got to give something first strike and flying and whatever, so like that was cool. But we were already at a point where the creature already had trample, already had a bunch of counters, then Elspeth could just give it first strike, and it kind of does the same thing. So yeah, this is a tough one. This is a tough one. I think the final list will still have it in there for now, but if you want to swap it out to just play another Elspeth and then cut one to play another, like we're saying, veteran or who knows, like we said, the Botanical Brawler, not Botanical Brawler, we were playing 4 of those. The, what is it called? The Contaminator. There you go. Like, if you want to do that, I think that's fine. But yeah, this is a real tough one because it's only a little bit of difference, but that difference feels like it makes a big difference. And now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Clonian Hydra. Now, the reason I bring this card up today is I pointed out, I think like a year ago or beginning of this year sometime, saying, hey, this is a card that is likely to get reprinted, so don't rush out and buy it because the price was going up like a rocket. And sure enough, it got reprinted in the, I believe, March on the Machines Commander decks, and the price, I won't say bottomed out, but definitely got a lot cheaper. Whereas before, you were going to have to pay, depending at different points in time, $24 to as much as almost $40. Now you can pick these up for about $5. So if you've been waiting to get your hands on a Clonian Hydra, now is the time to pick one up. And if you enjoy putting a lot of counters on things, I have a Gruul deck that did it as well with oil counters and other stuff, and it was also pretty good. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.